Hello guys, welcome back. So in this lecture, we're going to learn how to handle multi-window in Selenium. It means when I when you have a link or tab in your site, and if you click on the tab or link, it may open another page with a new tab, with a new window or new tab. There will be this is a new tab, right? So it can open with a new tab or new window. That's a multi-window. So all those new tab or new window, those are the multi-window. It means those are the child window, and the actual site or application from you open your multi-window, this is called your parent window. So to do any activities in your child window, we need to switch our control or driver to the child window using a method is called getWindowHandles method. So this method, it comes from Selenium. So this is the method. It's help you to get some session or ID. So example, when I click on this open new window in this tab, and there is a new window opens, the technology behind the scene, there is a session ID created every time when we visit any website or any another page is open. So whether this child window or for parent window, there is a unique session ID creates behind the scene, you know to track, that's your session. Okay, that's through the internet protocol. So to do anything on the child window, we need to switch our driver, our control from our default or from our parent window to the child window. So to do this, we need this session, because session ID is the unique, and that's represent your page. So if we need to do something on child window, we have to tell our driver, hey driver, switch from this parent window to that child window. And that time we have to use that session ID. And after we switch our driver or control to the child window, like over here, then whatever test you want to do in this child window will follow exactly the same regular process we do, like spy the element and apply some of the action, click, select whatever you want to do. So the rest of the things is same. And when our test is done on our child window, we have to get back our driver to our default window, our parent window over here. So to come back again on parent window, we need also session ID for our parent window, because our parent window, this window also create a session ID. So each and every window, whether it's a parent or child, there will be some session ID, and that session ID is unique, and we can use that session ID to drive back and forth between our window. So in Selenium, there is a method. So there is a method is called getWindowHandle method. You can see this is getWindowHandles method. It's a single. It's a plural. It's a singular. So this method is help to get an ID, to find an ID for the parent window. And there is another method is called getWindowHandles. You can say as, that's used to get the ID, to retrieve the ID for the child window. So we're going to use this both methods, so that we can get our desired ID, whether it's for parent window or for child window. Okay, and then you can see, and to drive drive back and forth between the window, we'll use driver dot switch to window method. Then you will pass the exactly the ID, where you want to control your driver, or you want to move your driver, whether it's get window ID for the parent window, or ID for the multi window. Okay, so that's that. So here is a key point we're going to use for get window handles method, handle method, to get the ID for parent ID, and also get window handles method to get the ID for the child window or tab, and also driver does switch method to switch the driver between the windows. Okay, let's go back to our Eclipse. So let me create a class. I will give a name class multi windows, multi window. Okay, or multi window test. Finish. Let's give me a, let me write the or copy paste the common prerequisite. The object of Chrome driver and return is driver, and then maximize the window. We're moving forward, we're going to use delete all cookies, so that it's we have a fresh there's no cookies stored in our browser. And then this is our page. Okay, hover mouse, and then let me hover mouse. Sometimes it happen you will not find it. It doesn't provide you a suggestion you the package related to the Chrome driver class and web driver. Let me see. No, then you can manually write, or you can copy from your other class. That should be fine. So just paste it here. You will see it's gone. And then web driver related package. Okay, so both are gone. Make sure you save it. And then after that, the first thing first, we need the session ID. Remember, we need the session ID both for the parent window as well as the child window. Let's get the session ID for the parent window first. So we'll say get current window, get current or parent window. Okay, or you can say parent window handle or ID. You can say parent window handle or ID. Okay, to get this one, we'll use the method we have, driver dot, method name is get window. You see, when you say win, there's a two, both method it shows window handle and window handles. So we'll get that, use the window handle because this is a singular. It will help us to get the ID about the parent window, the session ID. Let's put in a driver. I will say give a name. The variable name is parent, also parent window ID, parent window ID. Okay, and let's and its return type, usually it's returned a string, you can see, so it's a return to be a string. Okay, and then after that, let's see, let me so we're going to click, well, two different windows. So one open window, this is will open a new window, and there is another link over here, open tab. So it will open a tab like our YouTube channel tab. Okay, in a new tab. So this is the one. Okay, so let's spy this new window. Here you can see there's an ID. Okay, there is an ID, you can see there's an ID, right? So I will copy this ID. Let's get back over here. We'll say driver dot find element by, let's use the ID. Okay, ID, this is the ID, and then I will click on that link, right? So this is the one, and let's get back to the other link. So this is the open tab, right click, inspect again. So right click, inspect. There is a, you can say ID also for the open tab. Okay, well, you can see it, right? You can see it here, and then open tab, copy this, and it has a link too, let's use the different one. It has a link, so because it has definitely this this element have a link, and it has a uh, text, so we can use link text. Let's use the link text. Okay, let me show you. You can see it's over here. It has a link text. Okay, so copy this text, open tab, so we can use link text just to get to use to different locator. Driver dot find element by dot link text, and what's the link text value? So this is the link text, the text. Okay, and then we'll apply the click. So this will, okay, so this will open a new window, and this will open a new tab. So this is the, so both these two are child window. Okay, I will say open child window. Okay, so this is, I will say, two child windows. Okay, so this is the opening the two child window. After that, whatever we're going to do now, we need, since it's opening two child window, I want to give a little bit, wait, so that sometimes to open a new window or new tab, it takes a little bit time. Let's give it a little bit option. So I would say thread dot sleep. Okay, I'm adding a thread to sleep, just 3000 milliseconds, which is the 3 seconds, just in case if it takes a little bit extra time to load those the new tab. Or okay, add through declaration. After that, let me increase the code files size. Okay, and then after that, now I'm going to call the, now I need open session ID for this open window, this window and open tab. So for this tab and window, I need the session ID, so that if I want to do anything, either any one of the page or both of the page, I have to switch the driver. So switch driver where? Then I have to pass the ID, session ID. So I need the session ID for both this tab and window. To do this, call the I'm going to call the method is called driver.get window handles method. Get window handles, the second one. So this methods will get the knowledge about this, all the opens it's been opened by our driver from our current or parent window. Okay, so let's put this one in a variable. I would say multi windows. Since we open two windows, I'll give it a name, multi window, multi window IDs. Okay, and then what would be the return type? Here is a important part. If you hover mouse, so if you hover mouse on this method in the get window, so you can see it is returning the data. Return type is a string, and also there is a set. Okay, so let me write exactly at this string and then set. Let me hover the mouse and then import this set. It's coming from, you can see, Java util. Okay, you can see, let me open it again. So set, it's coming from Java util. So set is a part of Java collection or Java util. It is an interface. Okay, it's help you to store multiple elements, multiple unique elements. Okay, that's the idea for how for the set. So you can consider it's an a container, and it store multiple unique data, unique element. So that's why it's used set, and it's the type of the data, it's a string. Okay, so hover mouse, so import the package. Now this multi-window IDs, it is the variable who has the knowledge about the about the IDs, session IDs, through this method get window handles method, about what session, about what window. So about this two child window opens, so it has this knowledge. Okay, so now if I want to, now my job is like switching my driver. I have to switch my driver. I have to tell, hey driver, switch from this parent window from this parent window to this multi window, and then get the title from there and print it over here. That's a simple job we're going to do, like something you are going to test on those child window. To do this, I need to switch my driver. Okay, to switching my driver, I have to tell one the switching my driver, the code would be like something, uh driver dot, also driver here, driver switch to driver dot switch to, then switch to where, window, what window, then I have to pass this multi window. I have to pass the session ID. What session ID? Child window. So where is the child window session ID? It's over here in this variable. So I have to pass this one. Okay, but here in this multi window IDs, it has the session ID about the both of the window, and we don't know which one is the first, which one is the second. Okay, so it has the both. So how we are going to use, we need to, it's better, and then you want to do something up there. So what I can do, let me put this one in a comment. So let me create a for each loop. So the for each loop, it's specifically for used for Java. So the syntax 6, and you can use this for each loop to do a iteration, number of iteration or loop for a array or set or link. Okay, so it means when you have a multiple elements or data in a single variable, at that time you can use for each loop. So for, and the syntax of the for each loop, I hope that for, and then the variable of the your set or your array. So what's the variable? This is the variable name, the your name of your array or set or link. This is the, and then colon, then you will give a new variable name. So whatever you can give a name, so I will give a name IDs, and the return type of this new variable. What would be the return type? Return type would be the same like your array or sets return type. So your my set returns type is string, so the new variable IDs return type would be also string. Okay, so this is the syntax, that okay, your sets or arrays variable colon the new variable, and also return type of the new variable should be same like your arrays or set variable. Okay, and then over here, this is the body. So inside the body, I want to, what I want to, so what will happen, how this is going to work. uh, Let me go to a whiteboard, how this is going to work. So now you have a multi window, right? Multi window ID, right? ID, multi window ID, and then here is a I said it is a, the how the sets is nothing, it's like you can consider is a container. And here you have a all the child windows. So first child, and then your second child, or second child, we don't know exactly the which one would be the first, but I'm assuming since it's open, whatever the first child is, it's a first child, and second child and IDs, first child, second child, ID is going to be over here, like session ID. And this is the multi window, okay, the variable. So it has that, and this is called set. Okay, set. So what I need, so what I declare over here for the for each loop. So for each loop, it's a for, right? And then here, this multi window ID, I'm making a very short window. Okay, ID, sorry, ID, and then colon, I said colon, and then IDs and string, right? Because this is string, right? So how this going to work? So this multi-window IDs, it has the knowledge about all the child's IDs, right? So there is the first one. So what will happen, the behind the scene, the in this IDs, the first child window IDs will assign from here out of this set, the first one will assign to this ID. So the variable I declare over here. Okay, this will this will, so this first ID is first ID session ID will assign to IDs. Then I can do something. I can tell, okay, hey, driver dot switch to then window, then I can pass the ID. So if I pass this ID is this one to over here, what will happen? So this IDs is a first, in the first iteration will have the first child ID over here. And then I can do, if I want, so it means my driver is moved to, now it's a child window. Through this, in the first iteration, driver is moved to the child window, in the first child window. And then if I say system.out.println, and if I say driver dot get title get title get title method, it means it will get the title from what, will get the title from the first child window, because my driver is now is in staying in the first child window. It will get that, and then it will go back to the loop, will go, and then it will check in this set, is there any other ID or element it's stored in set container? Yes, there is another still. So that second one, now this second one will store to this ID. So ID will have the knowledge about the second child ID. Again, then it will get inside the inside over here in the body, and then our driver will switch to the second window as per the ID. So whether it's ID is first, have the knowledge about the first ID, it will, driver will stay on the first window, or if it's a second, it will stay on the second, and then it will do the exactly the job in the next line. So it will get the title from the second window. Okay, so this is the way it works. Okay, that sets how the sets or for loop it works. Okay, I hope that's it's clear. Let's go back to our Eclipse. So here, so now, so IDs have the knowledge, will have the knowledge from the both IDs. These IDs have the knowledge about the both child IDs. So I will say, hey, driver switch to driver dot, I will say switch to what? So I'm saying, hey, driver switch to window. What window? Now I have to pass the this ID, because this ID will have the knowledge about both child windows IDs. So one by one, for one iteration, it will have the first one, as I explain you. Then I can say, since you moved, so by this line, it will move to the first child window, our driver. Then I say, okay, uh, print me sysout driver dot get title, get title. Okay, so it will get the title from the current child window, first child window. Then again, iteration will go back, the second child window will assign to this variable, out of this this is a set, and it will get inside, it will get the so it will switch, our driver will switch to the second child window, it will get the title of the second child window, and it will print. Okay, this is simple tasks we're doing just to ensure that it's our child window, that's those open, it's a landed to the right page, and we're getting the right title. You can do more works, like you can spy any elements and do whatever you want to do. Okay, and after this job is done, you know we have to get back to our driver. So our driver is now last is staying on, driver control is staying on the second child window. So if you want to go get back to our parent window, you need to get back to parent window, because that's your main application, main window. So you have to tell your driver again, come back to your parent window. So you can say, let's make it switch back to main window. Okay, to do this again, you have to say driver dot, switch, driver dot switch to where, switch to again window. What window? Now parent window. So here is the parent window ID. So through this line, this parent window ID has the knowledge about the session ID about the parent window. So that's why I'm passing over here. So now through this line, my driver will get back to our parent window. So let's do something. Sorry, let's do something on our parent window. Make sure that our driver is able to work, on our parent window. Let's see. I will say from here, let's select from the parent window, let's select the radio 1. Okay, this is just to ensure that driver is enabled or was able to move back, switch back to parent window and doing something regular, testing or spying elements. So let's select the radio 1. So for the radio 1, it is the code. Okay, value is radio 1. You can use selector sub. So I can use, okay, let's use this XPath or selector, CSS selector. Okay, CSS selectors or XPath. Let's use the CSS selectors. Copy this. So get back to here. So we're saying driver dot find element by dot CSS selectors. The value of the CSS selectors for the radio 1, this is the one. Okay, and then click so that it can select. All right, click, right? Okay, let's save it. Let's run it. I'm not going to, close the window. You can do it, but I'm not doing right now so that we can see the execution running. Invoke the browser. This is the parent window or actual application. The child window open. You'll see. So one tab is open. This is the new tab, and also new window is open. Let's get back to our parent window. You can see our parent window also the radio 1 button been selected. Okay, if you close this one, and then we should get our title of all the, you can say we're getting a title of the all the pages. So automation practice, the Codenbox lab. So this is the title. So here title, we got the title from here. Okay, we got the title of this. So here through this getWindowHandles method, this also include the parent window too. Okay, that's a one thing. So I need to a correction that getWindowHandles method, it means it has the knowledge about all the windows. It's a parent and child both. Here we need to use getWindowHandles, so that we have the ID session ID individually separately for the parent so that we can use over here. But through this getWindowHandles, it has the knowledge about all the session ID been created, including your parent and child. So that's why the, when we say, if we go back to here in our draw, so the first child window, second child window, also including the parent ID also. Okay, parent ID. So it has all of the knowledge about this. All the session window is being opened by this driver. So that's why, the first times it's the ID, it's a parent window ID. So it's the, and then it's get the title from the parent window. And then second iteration, it will have the knowledge about the first child window, and then it will get the title for the second child window, first child window, this one. And the next iteration, it will get the ID for the second child window, and it will, print this second child window for the YouTube channel hour. Okay, and then we have seen that it was able to get back to our main parent window or main window, and then we're able to click on radio button. Just for your practice, if you can make a comment this line, like not using the driver dot switch to window your parent ID. Without doing this, without, you can make a comment this one, and then try to click your radio button, try to use this one, and you will see there will be some error. You will not able to click on work on your parent window unless you switch back to your, parent window. You can try it. Okay, and don't forget to close your browser. So driver.quit. Okay. So that's all for all about how to handle, how to work on multi windows through the Selenium.